Pleura was the tissue that lined the lungs, and it's the same thing. Pleura in the chest, peritoneum in the abdomen. Within that double fold of peritoneum, inside the mesentery, the stomach, that was an enlarged part of the gut tube, starts to grow these growths. And these two structures start to appear, one towards the front and one towards the back. On the slide that you have there, you can see that the golden tube of the gut starts to grow something towards the front, a little bit bigger, and something towards the back. The front is on the left of the slide, the right is the back. That's going to become the liver and the spleen. Our liver is growing forwards, our spleen grows towards the back. So this bit of tissue will give fate to our liver, and this bit of tissue will give fate to our spleen. In that foregut, the superior peritoneal cavity, right at the very top, underneath the diaphragm. And what begins to happen, and you might have heard about this, or you might even know about it, is that the foregut, the stomach, starts to rotate. It grows the structure to the front, it grows the structure to the back, and it rotates. When you do a cross-section of the body and you look at it from above, that rotation happens towards the right. We rotate to the right. The stomach rotates to the right, which means that we end up with the liver to the right and the spleen to the left. But actually, the liver is to the front, the spleen is to the back. Isn't that beautiful? It's like too beautiful. It's too beautiful. I'm gonna, if I can, Rosa, if I can just come here, I just wanna show you this model again. And in this tube, the part that I'm showing you now is the superior parts, is the top. So this is a cross section, looking at it from above. Let's see. How easy is it to get it in the camera? Good, more or less. There. So we're gonna get a rotation, and we're gonna get a rotation of the stomach. And as the rotation of the stomach happens, because the stomach is connected to the mesenteries, we're gonna get the mesentery bringing the liver towards the right and the spleen towards the left. Good. Now, your viscera have got their own mobility. Yeah, your viscera have their own mobility. We did some work here and we were mobilizing the esophagus, and that's mobility. And then your viscera have their own motility. And the motility is like an ancient memory of fluid motion. They remember the rotation. They remember the rotation. And through sensitive touch, we can read the motility of our cerebrospinal fluid. We can also read the motility of our viscera. This sounds a bit like, what are you talking about? But some of you, I know, have experienced this. We can read that memory. And sometimes the viscera feel that they are in tune and in rhythm with that rotation, and sometimes they feel like they're not in rhythm with that rotation. And I'm bringing that here, and maybe some of the work that we're doing, you can come to exploring it from the motility side of things. And we're not really going to do a course on reading motility on other people, because that will be part of another course and a lot of touch and a lot of experience. But that sensitivity is available to all of us. That's not a magic touch that someone has. That sensitivity is available to all of us. And we all have gone through this rotation. And unless you're one of those really rare people, really rare cases in which your liver is on the left side of your body and your spleen is on your right because you rotated the other way, you still have a memory of that rotation of the stomach towards the right. A bit like the water in the tap, when you take the plug out, always rotates in the same direction. You're never going to take it off unless you're on the other part of the world in the southern hemisphere, and it will be rotating in the other direction. So that fluid rotation is still present in our motility. In the next slide,